feels good. It's a lovely night. Oh yeah! Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome back.
Hey everyone, Diesel here, chilling out with the Funk Doctor.
Totes.
And he is going to show me his Ahsha build.
Yep. So this Ahsha build, I've been experimenting a lot of them. Marjuka, Katrina builds, and this is the one I've had the most fun with. It's combo oriented.
Alright.
There's a loop you can do. So this is kind of like the Wise Man loop deck, but Neos. And a little bit less consistent. A lot less consistent.
A lot less consistent, but still...
Well, Wise Man can do like every single game by like turn 3.
But Wise Man is Wise Man.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very similar to that though.
How do we start out?
So, I play 2 Ida. That's not an Ida. I don't have 2. So it's a proxy.
Oh no.
It's a creeping
Things are already starting. Okay. So, you run Ida in deck and as your Vanguard.
Yeah.
Alright, what does Ida do?
The main skill you use it for is that you can rest her and choose 2 units, and they are regarded as units with the same name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's like a double Theria.
Okay, cool.
Which is why I play 2, because in case she gets sacked, I have another copy of her. And also, you need to use her twice to get maximum effectiveness out of the combo.
Yeah, I mean, for the combo, then you want to turn 4 units into units with the same name?
Yeah,
is that the
pretty much.
Is that the deal? Okay, cool.
Yeah, so we play 2 of her. And then other skills, you can counterblast 1 GB1, push her to Soul, put a normal unit from your drop zone to the bottom of your deck, and it's a bloom card you can draw. Usually you don't want to use that because it takes up counterblast, and you need a lot of counterblast to get the loop off.
Okay, but it's a decent alternate effect if things aren't going your way.
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right.
And that's it.
Where are we moving in? Grade 1?
Grade 0s.
Grade 0s.
Yeah. I always like to do grade 0s.
Do you actually have to know what the zeros are? Okay, go for it. Tell me.
Because the triggers are part.
Heals
are G-Guard format.
Oh yeah.
You need 4 heals.
You throw heals into a deck.
Yep.
I mean, even before G-Guard format, if you weren't running 4 heals, you were just being a try-hard with 16 crits. But, alright, yeah. So 4 heal, run it. Alright, folks, if you don't know that yet, what do we got?
And then I play 6 draw.
6 draw, okay.
4 of the push to soul plus 3 Ks. Because you do need soul in this deck. Yep. And then I play 4 Lisbeth, 2 Daybreak.
Okay.
And I kind of want to change the Daybreak to, was it Watering Elf? It's the stand version of him.
Yeah.
Because I think I need more soul in this deck.
Okay. Yeah. But what does the crit with effect do?
This one?
Yeah.
The stand?
Yeah, stand.
She's part of a loop. And what she does is let's use GB1 Bloom. When Bloom says whenever you place a card with the same name, you can choose up to 5 units and give them an effect usually. And her Bloom is that you can give up to 5 Lisbeths, act, shuffle up to... You have to choose a normal unit from your drop zone, I believe. And then you can shuffle up to 5 normal units from your drop zone. Choose up to 4 cards with the same name as that card, and then shuffle and draw.
I see.
So you don't... As long as you have a normal unit, you can use her. But essentially, she's call Elizabeth, you already have Elizabeth on the field, shuffle her back and draw.
Okay.
And that's why the loop is very important, because if you have just Lisbeths in your deck, you can keep on drawing into Lisbeths.
Right.
And keep on calling to get Bloom procs.
Right.
And I play her right now just because combat tricks with Force Rain Breath Dragon, I think his name is. Because you can call her to Regard Circle, shuffle her, and give your Vanguard plus 5.
Right. Yeah. But you would like Watering Elf for more soul.
For soul. Yeah.
Okay. So remember that, guys. Variant 2. 2 less of those. 2 more Watering Elves.
And I'm playing 6 draws because I want to get through my deck as fast as possible.
You want to get to the end.
Because this is combo.
Right.
This is not standard Neos.
Right. Okay, cool. Yeah. No questions there. I like it when there's variants though where it's just like, oh yeah, it's not about critting, it's about having the combo go off and blasphemy. Enjoy fun. Yeah, Kitty Hansen over there, acting like an asshole. Alright, so
I played 4 Bloom Perfect Shields. Okay. It's because of Inverno, the new GR, is just really, really good.
Mhm.
She lets you search out any bloom card in your deck, basically, if you already have one on the field, so you get to multiply your perfect shields. You can turn 1 into 3
Yeah, that
with
makes,
Inverno, so
okay.
I play her for that reason.
It's legit. It's legit. Would running like the G perf or anything
The
like that,
Unflipper?
yeah, be
Um,
anywhere near as effective, or
I don't think so,
it
because
needs the bloom for the
yeah,
effects.
because in this deck, I find that I'm counterbalancing out in 1 turn. I'm going from 0 flip damage or unflip damage to 5 unflip damage.
We're hitting that
So-
Meteor Kaiser
Yeah,
wreck.
because
Okay.
we're trying to get the loop off, so you don't. 1 counterbalance isn't going to do that much.
Okay.
I found. I play 4 Stride Fodders / Asha Searchers, because you do need Asha as your Vanguard.
Okay.
She's just very useful,
Stride Fodders, guys. Stride Fodders are
Yeah.
good.
especially in this format.
Ahsha Searchers also good.
hmm
Yeah, make it happen. Make it happen, Captain.
I play forward Stride Fodders in every deck.
Yeah, I
This is
mean,
what I do.
sometimes you can get away with not playing them, but like, why not?
Yeah,
Why not? It's,
the game's so focused around striding, I want to be able to stride as much as possible.
exactly. All right. So what else are we got? And then ones.
We got 4 Chain of Sweet Berries. This card is really, really good. Her skill is Act GB01, and she has that weird 0 cost thing that they don't do anymore, where you can just say you're using it like every other Act skill.
Yeah.
And you basically choose one of your cards. I believe you shuffle her back into the deck. No, you call to rear guard circle, and then you shuffle back to deck. So you can call over her and then shuffle back to deck, I believe.
Uh-huh.
So she just turns into another unit and shuffles herself back in, which is again relevant for Elizabeth, because if you have Elizabeth, you can call her, shuffle her back in and get out Elizabeth, shuffle Elizabeth back in, draw. You get a Sweet Berry, you can Sweet Berry back to Elizabeth.
Yeah.
So she counts as more combo pieces.
Okay.
Very underrated card. And then I play 1 Susanna, which is the Soul Blast 2 on flip 2.
Okay. Yeah. Just.
Because, as I said, you're counterblasting a lot in that 1 turn, and that's just to try and thin your deck out
Yeah.
as much as possible. Which is why I also want to play more Soul Charge, so I can use her more, because you can keep on putting her back in the deck
Okay.
over and over again in
Yeah.
the same turn.
I used to run 1 copy of that kind of card in Bermudas back when people were like, "Why are you running that?" It's like, because I don't want to lose after I tried everything.
Yeah.
Right on.
Great use.
Yeah, great too. So let's hit him.
I play 3 Poker, because I don't want to auto-lose Link Joker.
Yeah. I'm seeing a lot more of that in various decks, especially combo decks. It's just
Yeah.
like, go ahead and run poker just to make sure, just in case, because Link Joker's a thing that exists.
Yeah.
Maybe it shouldn't, but there it is. And
And in Neo Nectar, I found that really you don't have that many super, super playable Grey 2s that synergize well with each other.
yeah.
Like, they have a ton of good Grey 2s, but none of them just work together.
Right.
So Poker is just good because he doesn't need to work together. He also gives you a good ride, which this deck doesn't really have. Because you kind of need every single card you have in the deck
Yeah.
in your hand or in your deck or drop zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Three poker makes sense.
And you just don't have one condition if 2 cards are locked. So
Right.
that's a problem.
I can't finish this game without a poker.
Play 4 Thuria. Thuria is really, really good. I think she might be the best card in the clan. I think she's Ranunculus specific though. Yes,
She is very
Okay.
much so.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, Thuria is kind of pretty much self-explanatory. Right?
Yeah, she copies a name and she can put herself back in your hand if you shuffle her back in.
Yeah.
The interesting thing about Thuria though is that, like, if you call her from an Asha skill and then copy like a poker that's on your field or whatever for the name, you can shuffle the poker back in and then add the Thuria back to hand.
That's awesome.
So, more ways to recur things.
Nothing wrong with that.
And then combo piece number 2, Noel. Noel says GB2, discard a card. She can attack from the back row. But also she says Bloom. When you place another Noel, you get both units in her column plus 4K.
Okay.
And this is where all your power is coming from.
Yeah,
During-
that's where the
Yeah.
effects start really
Mhm.
stacking.
Yeah.
Right.
So, perfect world, you make Noel and Elizabeth share a name. And you just keep on trying to use Elizabeth as much as possible.
Okay.
That's the loop.
Yeah. Okay.
And then for group 3s, I play 4 Ines, however you pronounce her name. Ines. She's the on-ride counter +1, soul +1, top 5 for Bloom. But the more important thing is that when she blooms, you can, at the end of turn, put her on the bottom of the deck, scry top 5 for a Bloom card, put it into your hand, and then shuffle.
Wow, so that's...
She searches out your combo pieces as well.
Yeah.
She's really, really good for a strike turn.
That is legit. And so I'm guessing...
And also, Bloom Perfect Shield.
Mhm.
So you can search that out too.
For sure. So I'm guessing those last 4 then are what I think they are?
Yeah, Searing Ahsha.
Oh, it's Ahsha.
And the reason why I play Searing Ahsha is because of the, not because of the boost, because Noel can attack from the back row. So that's not really super relevant. It's mostly because she gets the soul charge and counter charge.
Okay.
Because when you call a copy of her, you can do that at GB2.
Okay.
I would probably play the original Ahsha over her if it wasn't for the GB2.
More for the GB2.
Yeah, because with Verano, you don't really need her in-face effect that much. And it gets kind of awkward because if you're trying to poke her, like in certain decks like Chaos Breaker, during the end phase, you just sack the unit on rock.
So I do want you to show off the loop, but does the loop involve a stride? Like, is it better with a stride?
The loop is, well, the loop you don't need a stride at all, but you need...
It's beneficial.
It's the way to set up, because you can set up the loop. You can go infinite on the second stride turn.
Okay,
potentially.
Well, show us the stride deck then. Let's find out what's going on there first.
I was trying to explain it someone at locals, and I was just trying to get the loop off, and I had a 20-minute turn, which resulted in me having 440k plus rear cards.
Okay.
I didn't go infinite, obviously, but I tried. For G
but
guards,
I mean, at 140k, you're basically done.
Yeah. I play 2 Rain Breath, 1, what's her name? Marlena, and 1 Dismal. Rain Breath is good because it lets you do a little bit of combat tricks. Like if you happen to have Noel in the center column, you can call a Noel, give your Vanguard plus 4k, call Daybreak, shuffle it back in. I think he's probably one of the better first G-Guards ever released. The other ones that just get plus 5k for doing something. Because he calls a card and gives it resist. So that's important. I play Marlene over Verno, I think her name is.
Verona, yeah.
No, Verno.
Oh, Verona.
Yeah, they have weird names. Oh, sound the same. Because
these guys,
you don't really have units with the same names on your opponent's turn. It's a lot easier to, call one of these Ahshas in the end step. And then, okay, now I have a 30k shield, I think it is? Yeah, a 30k shield G-Guard. And I play Dismal because I want to create Elemental in my G-Guard so I can get Poker active. Yeah. And also, he protects my starter from getting blown up in some cases.
Yeah. that's legit. And, Dismal.
Yeah.
Love that Dismal.
I want to play Aegleam instead, but I think Dismal's a little bit more safe. I play 1 Sabreeze because Sabreeze is a staple in my opinion. I play him in every single deck.
And I was talking about this in another deck profile, but there's almost no reason not to run Sabreeze.
Yeah.
Because no G zone is so tight that you can't find room for Sabreeze. And you don't want to be the person who doesn't have Sabreeze when their opponent goes, "Oh, you probably didn't play one, so I'll just stay at 2." And you're just like, "Ah!"
Sabreeze makes himself good.
Right. He is his own best friend.
Yep.
Okay.
And then I play 1 Celine. This is kind of a tech card right now. She's
know what that card does. What does it do?
Slightly worse Verano. You can counterblast 1 when you ride her to call a card from your hand. And if it has a bloom, if it's bloom, it gets plus 5k. Wait, no, you call a card, it gets plus 5k, and if it's bloom, you soul charge on flip.
Mm-hmm.
So she basically just puts a card in soul, call a card from hand, and gets plus 5k.
Okay, so why her instead of Verona then?
I play both.
Oh, okay.
She's there for more soul, and Verano forces you to soul blast and forces you to shuffle cards in from your hand.
I see.
So if you're in a kind of a tight spot,
a weaker effect, but you get to reset up to help set up for the next time.
Yep.
Cool.
And 3 Verona.
Verona? Okay.
She's really complicated.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so here, give me a copy of her. I want to read it in full form. So it's a stride first. Oh God, these are beautiful and also terribly hard to read. Auto, Soul Blast 1 and choose a face down card from your G zone and turn it face up, and choose a card from your hand and drop zone and return them to your deck. When this is placed on the Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose up to 2 cards from your hand and call them in separate rearguard circles. Choose the same number of your rearguards as the number of face-up cards named this in your G-Zone, and search your deck for up to 1 card with the same card name as each of those units. Call them to separate rearguard, shuffle your deck, and the units called from your deck with this get the effect boost until end of turn. Okay, so I know I made that sound awkward and silly, but here's the deal. It has an awkward cost of Soul Blast 1, face down card G-Zone up, and shuffle 2 cards into your deck from your hand.
One from hand, one from drop zone.
One from hand and one from drop zone. But you get a bunch of creatures on the field is essentially the way that it works. Like you choose the same number of
a face up piranha. You call 2 regardless,
and then you choose number equal to the number of face up piranha. So if this is the one that you're playing and you flipped the other 2, that's 2, right? Yeah. So that fills up your board 4 spots.
Mm-hmm. And it gives the cards boost too.
And it gives everything boost, right? Which is it's cool. I mean, it's cool. It's good. Like, especially if you're talking about like dropping Ahshas or whatever you happen to need, like a grade 2
or draws. You can shuffle draws back in. That's always fun.
Yeah. And so like it's useful. It's definitely useful. Okay, so go ahead and set up this combo for me. Tell me what's happening on the board.
Not done yet. Because we haven't got to the most important piece.
Fuck!
Real quick, 4 of Dream Spinning Ahshas and 1 Nectar's and Glorious Bloom. This is just kind of a
Ahsha stuff.
Yeah, I just go into this whenever I don't have much to do, and this is a weird finisher that doesn't really do much.
Yeah.
Because we're mostly focusing on the combo.
Yeah. So Ahsha's strides are just basically like pure power moves, right? Like it's just like, oh yeah, boost, get everything high. Mm-hmm. And then swing for stupid numbers.
And this card is just super free. It'll give you from Tire Front Row plus 5k and you can search for a card too. Right. So yeah, there's no reason not to play them. Yeah. Especially if you're in a pinch and your combo's not going off. It's just like, I'll just power up everything stupidly and just go for a good swing. And then the most important card to getting the combo set up.
Oh.
Well, not the most important card, but the way to get it set up earlier than you should be.
Yeah, sure.
2 Inferno, which is a new GR.
And what does it do?
She has 2 skills. Her first is Act Soul Blast 1. Choose up to 5 normal units, shuffle them back in, and if you return 5 cards, you can Soul Blast 1 or Soul Charge 1 on flip 1.
Oh wow, yeah.
So she gets to put cards back into the deck. It's only once per turn though.
Right.
But that's not that big of a deal because with Lisbeth, if you're able to keep on using her, you can keep on shuffling cards back in.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay. Yeah. Show them how this works then, because
the act.
Yeah. So.
Well, real quick. What is it? The auto is what you really play her for.
Yeah.
Which is when you call a card, it can be any card. You can counterblast 1, discard a card. Choose a Bloom unit and search your deck for up to 2 copies of that Bloom unit.
I see.
So she lets you keep on. You call Elizabeth, counterblast 1, discard 1, search 2.
Search up 2 of those best. Yeah. Yeah. Blah blah blah. Keep going. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So we don't need to see how our act works. We need to see the combo. I want players to.
Combo's fun.
To know exactly what they're in for when they're going up against this deck so that a 20-minute turn does not seem weird to them.
I'm not going to do this 20-minute turn.
Yeah.
I'm going to do what it does.
Yeah. If
you're not going through taking 20 minutes trying to get to this part, this is just what it is, straight up.
So this is what you're hoping. This is your great field.
Yeah.
Give me 10 words or less.
So you have Elizabeth, you have a Noel. Let's say because we're just doing this
That's more like 10 orange.
for free. Our deck is completely made of these cards. Everything else can be at the drop zone. Really doesn't matter.
Right.
So, and preferably you want a second eye too. This is just getting really greedy. So what you would do.
That's alright, this is magical Christmas land where anything
Yep.
can happen.
So, the first step is that you'd press the Ida, they share the same name. Then you'd call. Let's just get a hand out. Have some damage. There we go.
Yeah, don't have 6 damage, folks. That's when the game is over.
So you give them the same name. You
And
call.
what's the name that you're giving them?
Oh, they share each other's name.
Okay.
It's weird because in the Nectar they don't actually get each other's name. They're just regarded as units with the same name, which is kind of weird. It can be weird sometimes.
Mhm.
So you call the Asha, then you can go to use Inverno, Carablast 1, discard 1, search for Elizabeth. You call Elizabeth, they bloom. So Noel gives them plus 4,000, both of these. And then she can get this one and this one, shuffle back and draw. So you usually just want to do this one. You don't want to shuffle her back in because use your combo piece.
And then because you shuffled in,
Shuffle in one, then you draw one. It's Noel. It's whatever. Call Elizabeth number 2. They bloom. Shuffle back in. You draw. Sweetberry. Call Sweetberry. Inverno. Counterblast 1. Discard. Search for 2 Elizabeth. I think that you can see where this is going.
yeah,
Sweetberry,
yeah.
Elizabeth. Sweetberry goes back to deck. Noel and Elizabeth bloom. Shuffle Elizabeth back in.
Continue, repeat. Everything's gaining 4
And then
off of this.
Plus 4. And then somewhere along the line, you want to get Noel and a second Ida out. And then make the Elizabeth and this Noel have the same thing. And then you're doing all your Elizabeths in this back row column. And if you have, only Lisbeths, Noels, and Thurias in your deck, you're just going to go infinite.
Right.
And have infinite power. And then, you can call search of the back row.
So each of those cards now has infinite power.
Yes. These 3.
Yeah.
Or this one too.
Yeah.
Technically have infinite power. And then you would discard 2. So this card can attack from the front row, but it's not rested for whatever reason. So you swing, get infinite, 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 attack van, stand. Infinite again, infinite again. That's a combo.
That's pretty fucking sweet.
Yeah. And then, if you don't have a perfect deck in La La Land, then this is going to take a lot more effort.
Yeah.
You're using Inverno to constantly filter out your deck. You're using things like Susanna to make sure that you constantly can use her to filter things out. It's
Right.
20-minute turn worthy.
Right. So, so the what are the pluses to running this deck?
The pluses to running this deck, I don't think people really see it coming. And I think because you just kind of Lucid Denial Griffin and Freeze Ray, 'cause that's just how the cards work. But decks like Night Rose that have to set up kind of combat tricks, they won't really see it coming and catch them off guard.
Very cool.
And I don't think you can guard this. I don't think, unless you have 4 perfect shields and then a G guard or something, or 2
Right.
Denial Griffins. You have to have a crazy amount of things to guard this combo, if you get it all.
And then the minuses we've already mentioned 2 Denial Griffin, Freeze Ray.
Yeah, also, problem with Bloom is that if you don't get anything,
If you're not blooming,
yeah.
you're not doing it.
Neo Nectar, when it breaks the hardest out of anything.
Yeah. And how often would you say this deck breaks?
1 out of 10 games, probably.
It's not terrible.
That's why I play 6 draw. I kind of want to go up to 7.
Right. You just to get it as consistent as you can possibly make it.
Yeah.
No, that's really good. So, how much is this deck? Budget wise, how hard is it to build this?
It's pretty expensive, I think, because I think Noel's are 10. This Asha's like 30, 40. Inverno's 20 now, I think. You know, whereas the G-Zone Glorious Ahsha is 50, 60, something like that, maybe 40. This one's like 25, 30. Veron, I think, is going up to 10, 13.
Okay.
So it's really expensive to build.
Yeah. On the plus side, a lot of these pieces are also used in a more popular Ahsha build. So if you've already gotten them, then you can experiment with the deck without any problems.
I haven't spent a ton of money on the deck. I went in on a case split for the set and like bought the deck for maybe $280-ish. And I can build like 10 different bloom variants.
Right.
It's very, very flexible.
And that's useful too. If you find yourself running up against a meta with a certain deck dominating, you can augment your bloom situation to fit the deal. That's good. That's cool.
A lot of flexibility with the build.
All right. Any other thoughts on this deck before?
I do want to mention that at Dallas Regionals, there was a lot of bloom.
Okay.
I think bloom was the most represented deck.
Really?
Actually, I saw more Ahsha than anything. So, but none of them topped.
None of them top. Most represented until the top 8, and then not quite as. But no, but that there's something to be said about that too, because in the G-Zone that you guys can go check out over there, we talk about playing in your comfort zone, and you know, like the fact that people wanted to play this deck means that there's some comfort in trying to go for this combo, even though it might not be the super consistent what you want it to be kind of thing. Is there something that they could do to make this deck more consistent? Like a situation?
Not really, because you just need to get your deck down really, really thin. And Genesis can do that very easily.
Yeah.
You know, they just go into tier once, and they soul charge the whole deck.
Are we going to see a ban on Lisbeth or a limitation on Lisbeth?
If they would have banned Lisbeth, they would have done a while ago with Refros.
All right.
I don't think she's a problem card here either. And I think Bloom isn't topping in Japan, because Lisbeth is at 1.
Right.
So there's a lot of space we have to work with that they don't. With Bloom.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for showing off this deck. We really appreciate you coming out. For those people watching, we'll talk to you another time. Bye.
Bye.
Announcing the IYG Stand-Up Series. Experience a new level of competition. Face fighters from across the country. Meet your favorite personalities. Ash, Diesel, Cohellet, let's play card games together. Stand up, Vanguard. Imagine your goddess. And check this